Hi everyone,
I hope you're all doing well.
and I truly wish for the goodness and peace of all our viewers. Today's topic is fascinating. We're exploring how flags shaped global identity and conflict. From cloth banners fluttering in ancient battlefields to the powerful national symbols we see today, flags are not just colorful pieces of fabric. They carry meanings deep enough to unite or divide entire nations. The first recorded use of flags dates back over 3,000 years. In ancient China, during the Zhou dynasty, large wooden or cloth banners were mounted on chariots to signal troops during war. They were not only practical markers in dusty battlefields, but also represented the authority of kings and generals. Around the same period, Egyptians used similar standards with sacred symbols to represent royal houses and religious deities. These were seen in temple carvings and even carried in processions, showing that flags serve both military and ceremonial purposes. In the Roman Empire, military units carried vexilla, rectangular cloths hanging from crossbars on poles. The vexillum was more than a banner. It was the identity of a legion. Losing it in battle was considered a grave dishonor. Over centuries, flags evolved from battlefield identifiers to emblems of entire states. Medieval Europe saw coats of arms stitched onto flags, allowing knights to be recognized even under heavy armor. During the Crusades, distinct crosses and colors marked different factions, helping allies find each other and making enemies stand out in the chaos of war. Before we move to our today, I want to say that this channel is user-friendly.
No offensive content, no misinformation.
We explain things with respect, curiosity, and authenticity. In the age of exploration, flags became the calling cards of empires. When a ship entered a foreign port, its flag declared its nation's presence, intentions, and often its dominance. Planting a flag on distant shores was a statement of claim, sometimes sparking trade, and other times igniting conflict. By the 18th century, flags were so tied to national identity that insulting one could trigger war. The symbolism behind colors, shapes, and patterns became intertwined with cultural pride, a pride that could inspire unity or fuel rivalry. By the 19th century, flags had moved beyond battlefields and royal courts to become symbols recognized by everyday citizens. The Industrial Revolution and expanding global trade meant ships, factories, and even goods in markets were marked with national or regional flags. In many countries, public flag-raising ceremonies became events of unity. For example, during independence movements in South America, leaders like Simón Bolívar used newly designed flags to rally diverse groups under a single vision of nationhood. Colors and symbols were carefully chosen: blue for the sky or liberty, gold for natural wealth, stars for unity. The 20th century brought an even deeper connection between flags and identity. During both world wars, flags were used to inspire troops, mark territory, and boost morale back home. Propaganda posters often showed flags waving proudly, implying that to fight for one's country was to defend everything that flag represented. However, flags also became flashpoints for conflict. When two groups claimed the same territory, raising one flag over another could instantly escalate tensions. History holds many examples where a flag change signaled the end of one government and the rise of another, sometimes peacefully, but often through revolution or war. Beyond politics, flags became central in sports and cultural exchanges. International events like the Olympics place flags on a global stage, turning them into shorthand for entire nations. An athlete carrying their flag during the opening ceremony is more than just tradition. It is a visual declaration of belonging, history, and pride. Yet the emotional weight of flags means they can unite and divide in equal measure. Peace movements, like those in the late 20th century, created their own flags, rainbow colors symbolizing diversity and harmony. These stood in contrast to national flags, used in moments of war, reminding the world that the meaning of a flag depends entirely on the cause it serves. Flags also gained new roles in diplomacy. When leaders visit foreign capitals, their country's flag is displayed alongside the host nations. This simple gesture acknowledges sovereignty and mutual respect, a tradition rooted in centuries of protocol. As the world entered the late 20th and early 21st centuries, flags began taking on new layers of meaning in a globalized society. With the rise of international organizations, new flags emerged that were not tied to any single country. The United Nations flag, with its pale blue background and world map surrounded by olive branches, was designed to represent peace and unity for all nations. Similarly, the European Union's circle of 12 gold stars on blue symbolizes harmony among the peoples of Europe, regardless of the actual number of member states. Flags also became powerful tools of protest. People began designing temporary flags to represent movements, causes, or moments in history. For example, environmental activists have flown green and blue designs representing Earth itself, reminding viewers that our planet, too, can be symbolized like a nation worth protecting. In the digital era, flags gained a new life through social media. Emoji flags allow instant recognition of countries in online conversations, while virtual campaigns encourage people to overlay flag images on profile pictures to show solidarity with causes or nations in crisis. This expansion of symbolism has also led to new debates. When a flag is altered, burned, or replaced, it can spark discussions about free expression, cultural respect, and the limits of symbolism. Some see a flag as a sacred emblem of identity, while others view it as a political symbol, open to critique and change. At the same time, flag design itself has become an art form with global standards. Vexillology, the study of flags, teaches that simplicity, meaningful colors, and distinctiveness are the keys to a successful flag. Nations and cities redesign their flags when they feel a change in identity is needed. Take South Africa's 1994 flag, for instance. Its vibrant combination of 6 colors was crafted to represent unity after apartheid. The design's Y-shape visually conveys the convergence of diverse paths into one shared future. In conflict resolution, flags still play a silent but important role. Peace treaties often include agreements on how and where flags will be displayed, preventing disputes that could reignite tensions. Even in space exploration, flags remain central. The famous planting of the US flag on the moon in 1969 was as much about symbolism
as it was about science.
In the modern world, flags continue to evolve alongside society. They are no longer only national emblems. They have become tools of branding, diplomacy, identity politics, and even crisis response. Humanitarian organizations like the Red Cross
And the Red Crescent
use their distinctive flags to signal neutrality and protection in war zones. These symbols are so respected under international law that attacking someone carrying them is considered a serious violation. In moments of disaster relief, flags help coordinate global efforts. When aid arrives from different nations, their flags are displayed not as markers of dominance, but as acknowledgements of contribution and solidarity. Flags have also adapted to cultural shifts. Cities and regions with strong local identities create their own designs to strengthen community pride. Some indigenous peoples have revived historic tribal flags as a statement of cultural survival.
Even the use of flags in sports has evolved.
In football tournaments, fans wrap themselves in their national colors, turning stadiums into living waves of cloth. These displays can be joyous celebrations of diversity, Yet they can also show how deeply identity is tied to symbolic fabric. One of the lesser-known aspects of flag history is the role they play in negotiation and conflict prevention. White flags have been recognized for centuries as a sign of truce or surrender, a universal language understood across cultures. Similarly, maritime signal flags still communicate vital information at sea, from distress calls to navigational warnings. Today, technology has given flags new stages. Digital billboards, holograms, and live-stream ceremonies allow millions to witness the raising or lowering of a flag at significant moments in history. These events can create a shared memory, even for people thousands of kilometers apart. Flags remain deeply emotional symbols, able to inspire unity or resistance with just a few colors and shapes. Their power lies not in the cloth itself, but in the meanings we collectively give them.
Meanings that can last for centuries.
All the information we provide comes from verified historical sources, including books, records, and archaeology. Sources include Flags Through the Ages and Across the World by Whitney Smith, the International Federation of Vexillological Associations archives, UN Flag Protocol documents, and historical military records from multiple national archives. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Thrones of Knowledge. And don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified on time. Suggest our next topic in the comments to help make our journey even better.